Hello everyone, I am Arcantasius, and as you may know, Kojima has just released a trailer for his new upcoming game, Death Stranding. And in this video I'll try to analyze what's going on the trailer. Because in true Kojima fashion, the trailer is very confusing. Well, let's go. So the trailer opens with a poem by William Blake, a famous British poet. Nice poem. I don't know what this means though, so let's move on. At first glance I thought this was a human ribcage, but then I realized that this is a crab's feet. It's interesting that they put these crabs in a formation that resembles a human ribcage. I don't know if this means anything. And then we have these handprints. It seems like an invisible man is crawling, their hands creating these prints, and then what seems to be black oil seems to be seeping through their hands. And as we can see later, there is no footprint or crawling trail to be seen. So either this creature have feet that shape like hands, or they are hand walking all the time. We see that the invisible creature is heading towards a naked man, lying on the sand, handcuffed. The handcuff is glowing, startling the man. Perhaps this glow is some sort of alarm system that warns the user whenever an invisible hand-walking oil being is nearby. Just like Bilbo in Frodo's Sting that glows whenever there's an orc nearby. A baby is lying next to the man, crying. The baby has some sort of cable umbilical cord that seem to be connected to the man's belly. And notice that there are handprints all over the man's body. It seems that this invisible creature has been touching all over this man's body. Also note that the invisible creature is closing into the baby. Surprise, it's Norman Reedus. We see Norman is hugging the baby, crying. He seems to be very happy to see the baby. Notice that at this time the umbilical cord is gone.
Waiting for an hour, seem but never.
We see the man is wearing a necklace with 6 pieces of metal hanging. It looks like a USB flash disk. It could be DocTex. One is his and the others belong to the 5 flying humans at the end of the trailer. We also see more of those handprints all over his body. And there seems to be a tattoo on the right arm of the man, near the armpit. I can't say for sure what tattoo it is. The baby is gone. Seems like the baby is turning into one of those invisible handprint oil creature. Maybe the previous creature touched the baby and turns the baby into one of them. If this is true, then the man seems to be immune from this transformation. He is still human despite being touched all over by the invisible creature. Notice that the handprint of the baby doesn't leave oil spillage, but leave a bright handprint, just like we see on the man's body. Yet we see the man's hand is wet with oil. Why? The man stood up. We see there's a scar on his belly that's similar to a C-section scar. This could mean that the baby is his and that he was the one that carried the baby. And see that he has no navel, maybe because he just removed his umbilical cord. The man looked awfully calm for someone that just had his baby turn into an invisible hand-walking oil creature. We see that there are plenty of dead animals, from crabs, fish to marine mammals like dolphins, orca to sperm whale. You can also see some sort of tentacles. Maybe it belongs to a colossal squid, quite possible since sperm whale eats colossal squid. Looking at these stranded animals, it seems that some sort of catastrophe happened. At the right and left corner of the screen we can see something that could be lava with steam coming out. Looking at the black sand and the oil theme throughout the trailer, the disaster that happened here could be some sort of volcanic eruption that somehow also leaking oil into the ocean, making these aquatic animals dying and stranded on the island. We also see icy sea and barren rocky place. Looking at the landscapes, the stranded animals and the lava, this trailer could be placed on Iceland. Iceland is home to whales, dolphins, orcas, crabs, fishes and squids. And Iceland's sea is also rich with oil and natural gas. So if this game is based on real life location, I bet that this is Iceland. And the music that's used on this trailer is from an Icelandic band called Low Roar. So yeah, it's Iceland's, confirmed. So this is the official video clip of I'll Keep Coming from Low Roar. Nothing peculiar about this video, just a man wearing stocking mask hanging upside down with his hand tied behind his back. Nothing strange. But at the very end of the video, we see this. Black oil dripping all over the man's body. You know, black oil again. And we can see from Kojima and read his name and the title design from the trailer. The font seemed like oil dripping. So oil seemed to be the main theme of this game. As you know, oil is very important in our world. Not only it fires up our engine, lights up our electricity, it is also our world's main currency. And before coal and oil became a thing, the whole world was lit up and run by whales oil. And whales are also featured on the trailer. And oil are also the source of many conflicts. So it kinda like on MGS4 there's war economy. This game will probably focus heavily on oil use in our world and the conflict it brings. Last but not least, you can see 5 human figures flying above the icy sea. As I said before, these people might be the owner of the dog tags that the man carried on his necklace. Not much I can say about these guys. Maybe I'll zoom in. I still can't see it. Zoom in more. And now enhance it. My god. It's Psycho Man!